This is your friendly reminder to be a man or be a woman and have tough conversations when they need to happen. What do I mean by that? Something happened recently with somebody that I know between us as friends, and I value their friendship, and I think that I have two choices. One, I could either ignore it and just move on and like let that resentment build, because I noticed it wasn't at the point where it's like, okay, just brush it off. It was like, no, this actually really kind of upsets me, and it was getting in the way of my relationship with them. So I figured, you know what, it's time to have a conversation. So that being said, I asked if we can get together and we're gonna have a conversation. They don't know we're gonna have a conversation, but this is me saying, hey, don't be afraid to have conversations, because if the person receives it, it'll only better the relationship. And if they don't receive it, then that's on them. You did your part, right? Otherwise, you would be the problem by letting it get in the way of your relationship with them. On a different note, I never use Google Maps. I always use regular Apple Maps. Does anybody know how to have Google Maps move with you? I'm going technically in the opposite direction, but why hasn't it turned around like Maps does? Does anybody know a tip on that? So I'm just leaving lunch with my friend now, and I gotta say I'm really glad that I had that conversation, just because I think that that's how relationships grow. The person was very receptive. They were very open to the conversation, which was very cool. Like, some people can get very defensive and, you know, put up walls and stuff, but the fact that they were very open. Come on, guy, turn. He's on his cell phone. Some people get really defensive and everything, and I was really respectful of the fact that, how that I expressed how I was feeling, and it was they responded, and I thought that it was really cool, and that's how I think, the reason I wanted to do this is something happened with Jamie and a good friend of ours a couple years back, where Jamie's did something that upset the friend. Obviously, Jamie wasn't trying to upset the friend, just like this friend wasn't trying to upset us, but unknowingly it hurt them, and the friend talked to Jamie about it, and it was, of course, an uncomfortable conversation, but they're some of our closest friends now, and not that they weren't close before, but I think that being honest and having the conversation that's a little uncomfortable sometimes makes you that much closer of a friend in the long run. It's like delayed gratification to some degree. Do you let the infection fester? Do you fix the infection even though it hurts a little? You're better off in the long run.